Alright, so we're going to take a look at some more questions from the 2023 HSC Standard 2 Maths paper. So this is questions 6 through 10 in this video. Question 6, an item was purchased for a price of $880 including 10% GST. What is the amount of GST included in the price? Okay, so if you're given some price with GST, GST is 10%. So that means 880 is equal to the sale price, the pre-sale price, the pre-GST value, so we'll call this P, multiplied by 1.1. So divide both sides by 1.1. This gives us P is 880 divided by 1.1. This is 800. So therefore, the GST must be the amount added to this to get to the sale price. So the pre-sale price is the price without GST, and then the sale price is the pre-sale price plus the GST. The GST must be $80. And this is C. So C is the correct answer to question 6. Let's have a look at question 7. So we have City A is at latitude 34 degrees south and longitude 151 degrees east. City B is 72 degrees north of City A and 25 degrees west. Okay, so we'll just draw some lines. So City A is 34 degrees south and 151 east. So we'll call this east. We'll say this is 151 east. 34 south, we'll call this south 34. So City A is down here. City B is 72 degrees north. Alright, so we've got to go up, we've got to add 72 degrees in the upwards direction. So this will get us from 34 to 0. So 72 minus 34 will give us 72 minus 34, this should be 38. 72 minus 34 should be 38. Yep, 38. So then we've got to make our way up to 38 degrees north in order to move north by 72. And then we're told 25 degrees west. Well, this direction is west. So 25 degrees west will get us from 151 to 126 degrees east. So what are the latitude and longitude of City B? Well, it's going to be 38 degrees north and 126 degrees east. So this is going to be answer C. And you can do this with a diagram. You can also just do this by adding and subtracting the numbers. It doesn't really matter. So question 8. Question 8. We are told that a game involves throwing a die and spinning a spinner. The sum of the two numbers obtained is the score. The table of scores below is partially completed. What's the probability of getting a score of 7 or more? All right, so we're just going to finish this table. It's not overly complicated of a table to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to have something like 24 outcomes, 6 by 4. 1s, 2s, 3s, and then 4s. So we have to add the values to get the scores. So this will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what is the probability of getting a score of 7 or more? Okay, so that includes 7. So that's all of the scores in this bottom part of the diagram. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 of 24. So the probability of 7 or more is 10 on 24. This simplifies to 5 on 12, which is D. And D is in fact the correct answer. So now we'll move on. We'll have a look at question 9 and then question 10. So we'll do up to 10 in this video. The length and width of a rectangle are measured to be 8 centimeters and 5 centimeters respectively to the nearest centimeter. What are the lower and upper bounds for the area of this rectangle? Okay, so let's draw the rectangle. So we're told that this is 8 centimeters by 5 centimeters. So both of these could have been rounded up. In theory, the smallest rectangle we could have had was 7.5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters. These numbers would round up to 8 and 5. The largest rectangle we could have would be something like 8.4999 centimeters and then 5.4999 centimeters. So if we were rounding to the nearest centimeter, these numbers, by the way, for purpose of calculation, are essentially 8.5 and 5.5. They're not, because if you had 8.5, 8.5 would round up to 9, but if you had 8.4, 9, infinitely many 9s, then it would round down, but there's a lot of number theory stuff that would suggest these are in fact the same number. And we're just going to use the 8.5 and 5.5 to calculate the value. So now we need to calculate these areas. This is the smallest possible area, and this is the biggest possible area. So 7.5 times 4.5 is 33.75. 33.75, and then 8.5 times 5.5 is 46.75. 46.75. So the true range, the lower and upper bounds for the area of the rectangle are 33 and 46. So this is D. And D is in fact the correct answer. So last question in this set, question 10. An amount of $25,000 is invested for 6 years. Interest is earned at a rate of 8% per annum, compounding quarterly. What expression gives the value of the investment after 6 years in dollars? All right. So we have A is P times 1 plus R to the power of N. Now we are told 8% per annum compound quarterly. This means the rate is 8% divided by the number of quarters in a year. So the rate is 2%. We're told for 6 years, so the number is 6 times the number of quarters in a year, which is 4, which is 24. So when we adjust this, A will be equal to 25,000 times 1 plus 2%, 1.02, to the power of n, which is 24. Of these four expressions, A is exactly identical to what we have here, and A is in fact the correct answer. So this is how we do questions 6 through 10 from this paper.